Today we need to talk about a story that has pushed the Katie Price controversy machine into yet another chapter. And honestly, this time, even longtime followers are saying they're shocked. Before we get into the details, make sure you hit subscribe in the next few seconds so you never miss the biggest celebrity stories as they break. Trust me, you'll want to stay plugged in for this one. Because Katie Price is making headlines again. Not for a new business venture, not for a TV comeback, but for something far more serious and far more troubling. Yet again, she's being accused of showing questionable behavior when it comes to animals. And this time, animal welfare charities are furious. It all started when Katie proudly posted a picture online of her horse, with her initials shaved into its coat, carved right into the fur. KP beside a heart, a bold, flashy moment designed for attention, but one that is now blown up into something much bigger. Because this isn't happening in isolation. It's happening after years of warnings, backlash, petitions, and tragic incidents. And people are asking, how many more times? Now, to understand why this story has exploded, you need the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is grim. Katie Price's track record with animals is long, messy, and full of controversy. And whether you defend her, criticize her, or sit somewhere in between, the timeline is hard to ignore. Most people know about the string of pets Katie has lost over the years, but even longtime fans forget just how many incidents there have been. In fact, last month, the number hit 8. 8 animals. And that's just the ones publicly known. A horse, several dogs, a chameleon, multiple cats, including, most recently, a kitten that passed away after struggling to feed. The pattern is heartbreaking, and charities have been calling for action for years. And it's not just social media outrage. PETA, one of the biggest animal rights organizations in the world, went straight for the jugular last month in a Halloween campaign that became instantly viral. They released an image of Katie as the Grim Reaper of pets, dressed in black, holding a coffin filled with cartoon animals. A brutal statement, making it crystal clear how they view her record. PETA said, "Too many animals have met a grim fate under Katie Price's guardianship." And even though the Halloween costume was obviously satirical, their message wasn't. They accused Katie of failing to take the responsibility of animal care seriously, saying some people should stick to stuffed toys. That alone would shake most public figures. But Katie pushed forward with business as usual. And then came the horse incident. Shaving initials into a horse is not dangerous on its own. Riders and groomers sometimes make decorative patterns. But the context is what sparked the outrage. People are asking why someone with her history would draw more attention to herself in this way, knowing exactly how charities feel. And the truth is, reaction has been loud, angry, exhausted, because this isn't a one-off slip. This is happening after years of public pressure to stop owning animals altogether. There's even a petition with almost 40,000 signatures calling for her to be banned from owning pets. 40,000! That's not a small number. That's a movement. Katie, for her part, claims the tragedies were all bad luck. She insists most of the incidents happened when she wasn't home. She says she has secured her new property to keep pets safe. And she always maintains that she loves animals deeply, that she's simply unlucky. But critics say bad luck doesn't strike 8 times. And even some fans are quietly asking how much responsibility she's willing to take. And then there's the new puppy. Because in the middle of all this backlash, Katie bought yet another pet. A tiny new addition she proudly showed on social media. Charities were stunned. One organization even offered her money, £5,000, to stop acquiring animals altogether. She rejected the offer immediately. This is where the story takes a turn that only Katie Price could deliver. Because instead of going quiet, instead of trying to ease public concern, she doubled down. She posted more content, more flashy videos, more declarations of her love for her animals, and now shaved initials on a horse. From the outside, it looks like the same pattern repeating. Backlash, outrage, headlines, and Katie responding in ways that keep the feud alive. almost like she's defying the charities, proving she won't be told what to do. But at what cost? And here's the part people keep discussing, the deeper pattern underneath. Because almost every time Katie hits the headlines lately, it's tied to conflict, chaos, or controversy. Feuds with her exes, strained relationships with her kids, public fallouts with friends, coworkers, neighbors, and now, once again, a storm brewing around animals. People are starting to connect the dots, saying this doesn't feel accidental. They're asking whether Katie's life has become so dominated by drama that she no longer sees when she's crossing a line. Others say she's using social media shock to stay relevant, and some say she genuinely thinks none of this is a problem. But you can't escape the timeline. Dogs hit by cars, cats dying unexpectedly, a horse passing away, a chameleon that reportedly died after being left unsupervised, and now a newborn kitten that couldn't latch and didn't survive. Each incident with its own circumstances, but the total picture? It's grim. And every time a new tragedy emerges, charities say the same thing. Enough is enough. It's reached a point where even supporters are split. Some say she's unlucky. Some say she loves her animals but is overwhelmed. Others say she wants the lifestyle of a stable, a farm, a menagerie, but not the responsibility that comes with it. And that's the core of this latest situation. Because shaving initials into a horse, something purely cosmetic, purely for show, has arrived at the worst possible time. When charities are begging her to stop acquiring pets. When petitions are rising. When her public reputation for animal care is already at breaking point. Was this a lighthearted moment? Maybe. But in the world of public accountability, timing is everything. And Katie Price's timing, once again, is disastrous. And here's the twist nobody saw coming. Some insiders say Katie feels targeted, that she believes charities are unfairly singling her out, that she's being treated like a villain no matter what she does. But critics say if 8 animals had died under the care of any other public figure, the internet would be melting down. So, which is true? Is she the victim of public scrutiny? Or is she ignoring warning signs because she's too used to living in chaos? Either way, this story isn't going away. It's yet another chapter in the growing conversation around whether Katie Price should be allowed to keep acquiring animals. Another story that forces the public to ask hard questions. Another headline that raises eyebrows. And it won't be the last, because this is Katie Price. And if there's one thing we've learned, it's that her life moves from one dramatic headline to the next, like clockwork. If you want more updates as this story develops, because trust me, more is definitely coming, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.